What's up, everybody? Duncan KH Fan here, bringing you guys an album review. I know you guys were expecting this after I reviewed the track for this album, but hey, I need to do this review. This album came out yesterday, and this is the 6th album from soon-to-be legends of death metal, the Black Dahlia Murder, with their 2013 Metal Blade Records release of Everblack. Sorry for my stuttering right there. Let's get on with this. This is a follow-up to 2011's Ritual, and they have a little bit of a lineup change with this one. They have a new bassist who used to play for Despised Icon and a drummer that used to play for Abigail Williams. And what do you expect from this album? Well, let's just merely say that listening to this album, I basically sat on my hand the entire time, well, at least through half the album, and then for the last half I ferociously masturbated to it. If you don't get the reference, you should just stop watching this video. Yes, this album is an absolute fucking monster. I think that after listening to Ritual so many times since that was released, that they couldn't have possibly topped it. I think they probably did with this album. Into the Everblack is probably the heaviest effort that Black Dahlia Murder has ever released. In my opinion, it's probably up there tied with Nocturnal for me. After listening to this album multiple times, I seriously think this is just getting better and better with each listen. This, like I said, heaviest album they've ever done, and I think the musicality on this album has just really stepped up a lot. And I think the lyrics have just gotten a lot darker and more in-your-face kind of thing, and Trevor's really good with that. The guitar riffs are incredibly solid on this record. Brian writes some really freaking good riffs. Ryan Knight also contributed on that, I think, and his guitar solos were pretty over the top in some parts. The bass playing, like on every Black Dahlia record, it's very audible, and I love how well it's played on this record. Alan Cassidy, who used to play for Abigail Williams, he did the drums, obviously, and he basically did the drum parts as they were written before he was recording this album. He did add his little flavor to it, and he played him extremely solid. I didn't really think they were going to do it. He would be living up to what Shannon Lucas did on the last 3 albums, but he did a damn good job. And of course, Trevor's vocals are just as ridiculous as ever. I love how he just transitions from high-pitched screams, not high-pitched, like his high screaming voice, to his low growls and all that stuff, because he's just one of the best, if not the best, at doing that. Yeah, this album is an absolute beast. I can't get over how fucking good this is. I mean, I basically shat my pants the entire time, and I was just like, how is this album processing right now? For me right now, this album, it's giving Dark Throne a run for its money. As much as I love the Underground Resistance, I think this one is quite the contender for Album of the Year so far. If I was to give this album a score, I'm going to give this a solid 9.5. It's up, I mean, yes, it's contending for Album of the Year, but it's not quite like how Phantom Antichrist by Creator was for me last year. And that came out about a year ago. Actually, a little over a year ago. And that was the first ever Perfect 10 that I gave on this channel. Some of my favorite songs on this album are Blood Mine, Every Rope and Noose, Raped in Hatred by Vines and Thorns, Goat of Departure, and of course my favorite song, which I kind of referenced earlier if you didn't get it, was Phantom Limb Masturbation. Yeah, I mean, I can't name a bad song on this album. It's just relentless, and it just pounds you right in the fucking gut every time you listen to it. I just can't get enough of how freaking amazing this album is. Not one bit disappointed. Black Dahlia Murder has not disappointed me ever since I got into these guys, and yeah. I'm going to conclude this review. Thank you guys for watching. Please check this album out if you ever get the chance. I think you'll like it. If you're a metal fan, I think you're going to like it. It's a really fucking good album. And, yeah. Once again, thanks for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Peace out. Keep it metal.